One crazy summer. Everyone knows the king of the sea. I didn't care what Cecile called herself or how much dust she blew off paths with her poems. She was Cecile Johnson to me, and I didn't appreciate her so-called new self or her new name. And name is important. It isn't something you drop in the litter basket or on the ground. Your name is how people know you. The very mention of your name makes a picture spring to mind, whether it is a picture of chasing fist or a mighty mountain that can't be knocked down. Your name is what you are and how you're known, even when you do something great or something dumb. Cecile had no trouble dreaming up names for us. I'll bet our names were ours were names she meant for us to keep and not throw away when we decided. We had enough of our old self. According to Uncle Darnell and Big Ma, she had a name already for Fern, but Papa said no more of those made-up different names. So Cecile gave Fern some of her milk, put her in her crib, stood over her for a while, and was gone. Although no one thinks I can, I remember a time when smoke filled the house. Not coughing smoke, but smoke from the woman's suit voice singing, with piano, bass, and drums. Altogether, these sounds made smoke. Uncle Darnell would say, "You can't remember that. You are 2, 3 maybe." But I do. I still see, hear, and feel beats and flashes, the sound of the musical smoke, my head and Cecile's big belly. Uncle Darnell said Vaughn in Vonetta came from the Vaughan in the singer Sarah Vaughan's name. And when Uncle played the albums Cecile had left behind, the ones with piano, bass, drums, and a smooth voice, Sarah Vaughan, in my mind, smoke still filled the house. Cecile could go changing her name inside of the rain, but I was going to stay Dolphin. Even after I learned the truth about my name, even that wasn't enough to make me drop my name. My name was the only thing I didn't have to share with other souls in the school. In my last class, 3 Brahams, 2 Lindas, 2 Jamies, 3 Michaels, and 2 Monquis shared their name. There were also 1 Anthony, whose mama could spell, and 1 Antine, whose mama couldn't. It was no secret they do share the name. If you hollered Anthony, Antine, or Aunt, both boys' heads turn. My name is my own, and I couldn't imagine that someone else had it all over Brooklyn. No matter where they went, Coney Island, Prospect Park, or Siloam Baptist Church, there was only one Belfin. I never thought about what Belfin meant, or if it had a meaning. At all, it was just my name. Dolphin had a great sound like it was waiting for me to slide into. Like a grown woman slides into a mint mink coat and clips on ruby earrings. I figured since Cecile didn't have a mink coat or ruby earrings to give me when I grow up, she had dreamed up a name that I would grow into. It was one thing Cecile got right. There were no slice or drop of it that I had to share with my sisters. Then that stupid show had come on television, the one about dolphins saves everyone's life and Carol's bad guys until the sheriff arrives. At recess or on the school bus, especially on Wednesdays, the day after the TV show came on, the boys would all sing, "They call him Flipper, Flipper, faster than lightning," or something like that. They'll start pushing me to speak in dolphin. Alice Carter had been the chief Flipper singer and whistler on particular Wednesday. I beaten him up real good. I made sure it was as unforgettable a beating as I could give him, so it would burn in the minds of all other flippers singing and whistlers. When I got home from school, my knuckles still sore from Alice Carter's straw. I told Vanessa and Fern to change up their clothes, hang them up neatly. That would save me from ironing them that night. I told them to start their homework. I'll be right back in exactly 20 minutes to help them if they needed it. I told Big Ma I had to get a book from the library and I would be right back. Then I marched to the library and find out for myself. I've gone straight to the biggest dictionary in the reference section. This was a dictionary so huge you need both hands to manage turning the pages and making the book stay put. Good old Merriam-Webster. I trusted Merriam because I thought instead of having children she didn't want, she wrote a dictionary. She didn't have anything else better to do. Probably she didn't have sisters and brothers to see after, which was why she knew every word in the world. Big Ma would have said Merriam right as well be useful. I turned to the back section, turned past the Z words, past the phrases and the moon and the metric system, and finally to the given names. I flipped few pages to get to the female D names. Then I turned and thumbed past Daisy, Dapin, Diana, Delbar, Bella, Della, Delroses, and that there was it, my name I had been sure Cecile had dreamed of while she stared out the window as a musical smoke blown through the houses. There was it in the book, broken up into 2 syllables, spelled exactly the same. It was it, my name, Delphin. My nostrils were flattered, breathing raced, my heart pounded, not only in my chest, but throughout my body. This changed everything. My mother didn't reach into the poetic souls and dreamt me up a name. My mother had given me a name that already was, which meant she hadn't given me a thing. Not one thing. Could this be when the woman's deep, smoky voice planted Vonnetta's name into Cecile's mind? How could this be when Cecile dreamt up a name for Fern so marvelous, and an idea of not being able to give it caused her to up and leave us? I didn't need to ask any farther. The proof was right there. I shared my name with some other dolphin, and she, just like I, according to Miss Warren Webster, had been named for a dolphin under the sea. All this time I've been holding my head up, feelings appear to Alice's, Willie Roberts, James, and Michael's, Anthony and Antv, because they were stupid boys. My knuckles still smarted from soaking. At least Carter in the jaw, while he was been telling the truth. I had been named for a dolphin, a big fishy mammal with wide grin. Learning the full truth about my name, I've been more than I could bear. The librarian got up from her desk and put a Kleenex in my hand. I didn't even know I'd been making a grand narrow spectacle out of myself, bawling every word in the dictionary. Following week with Flipper came on. I gotten up and turned on the television set off. Vonetta and Fern bleated like billy goats, but I done what I always did and distracted them, and said, "Tonight is game and cookie night." I brought out the Candyland game, poured out the milk, and piled a nice stack of Oreos on the plate. I didn't care if I never saw that grinning mammal again.